Hello, it's John Ryan, and with me is JD Orr. We're going to do some post-game analysis of tonight's match. A 33-17 victory for Norway over the United States. JD, a low-scoring first half.
Yeah, if you had the under, you would have been making some serious cash money there. It was a very, very defensive battle there to start things off. I believe, the first 10 minutes of play, there was only a handful of goals scored, and I thought a lot of that has to do with Pavel Murkowski between the pipes.
Yeah, but the U.S. Struggling on offense, getting some good looks, but not being able to finish.
Yeah, I think part of that was Patrick Hutter. He was getting the looks today, unlike Wednesday, and a lot of those were contested, and he wasn't getting the fouls after the case. So he was getting shots; they weren't going in. I don't know. You're pulling up the stats here. 3 of 7 for Patrick on the day. That was a tough outing for him.
Yeah, tough outing for him, and our stalwart Abu Fofana still struggling. I was talking with Coach Heading earlier. I was starting to think this is the longest stretch I've seen him not have like a good run. We've talked about him being inconsistent with good scoring and then all of a sudden a dry spell. We've seen some dry. He's in a bit of a dry spell record here, I think.
Yeah, over the last 2 games, he's 4 for 17. That is definitely not okay. And so with his lack of scoring, Coach Hedin's left with answers in the backcourt on how to generate some offense.
I was actually impressed with Joey Stromberg. He got a lot of minutes there at right back. A lot of time there. Not a whole lot of opportunities, but when they were available, he made them. I think he was like 4 for 8.
Yeah, he definitely capitalized on some what I want to call some mind lapses on the defense where they weren't paying attention, and he would just take it right to the hole and get an easy goal.
Yeah, and before, he seemed to be one of the backcourt players that would benefit from Abu drawing a crowd and getting opportunities to finish. It seemed like he was getting his own opportunities and also had a couple good looks into the pivot there.
And I think something that we talked about before the game was limiting the amount of turnovers and fast breaks, and I think they did that in the first half, but the second half, as things, the fatigue started to set in, that's when it really started to pour it on.
Yeah, the second half, there was a couple spells there where the floodgates opened, and we really struggled to stop them, and, a couple – I think there was a 2-minute series where I think they might have scored 4 goals in rapid-fire success. Coach had to call timeout, try and calm things down, get into a better flow.
Yep. So, the first half, I think something we're all going to write home about is a good, valiant effort there. And, we all said the line was about 15 goals there, and it was a 16-goal victory for Norway. So it was right where everybody kind of expected it to be.
What do you see coming up? We got Brazil. In theory, all we got to do, well, no, we can't. They already won one. So we can't advance, but it's an opportunity to show our mettle against a Pan-American foe who's gotten the better of us for a while.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Brazil's a very strong team. We saw that first game, and then they even had a really good performance against Portugal, but ran out of gas towards the end. I think it should be an entertaining game. We'll see a lot of the guys that are a little bit deeper on the bench maybe get some solid minutes, which will be good moving into the President's Cup.
I agree. I think it's a good opportunity to build upon what we've learned here. Maybe put a good offensive half together with a good defensive half. Maybe 4. Two good offensive, 2 good defensive, and really give Brazil a run for their money.
That would be quite the scene there. So I don't have any more closing thoughts on tonight's game, and we'll come back with more shows here as the weekend goes on.
All right. Thanks. See you later.